Hey guys, in today's video I'm doing a eyeshadow palette collection video. I did a room tour not too long ago and I thought I would show you like individually what I have in my collection, like makeup wise. And I also think this video is really fun to watch. I like seeing what other people have and like seeing like new palettes come up that I've never really seen before, you know. And I can also give you like a little like mini review on each of them. So yes, if you want to see my eyeshadow palette collection, then just keep watching. Okay, so I kind of just laid out all my palettes on the floor just to show you them spread out, I guess. I don't really know how to do this. I didn't really want to keep it in my drawer in my desk because it's kind of dark in there. It's kind of like awkward to show you, so I thought I'd lay them all out so you can have like a better overview. I think it'll be easier going through them, and I also set them up like brand by brand kind of. So the first one I'm going to show you is my single shadows. I have this little BoxyCharm thing that came in BoxyCharm. It's a little Z palette. And I just keep my favorite single shadows in here. I have a lot of Makeup Geek shadows. These three are ColourPop shadows. And then I also have this like little Morphe palette. This is a normal Morphe palette size, and this is like my little Z palette that I have from them. Just thought I'd show you a comparison. And I just keep other single shadows that don't fit in there. I still kind of need a bigger one. I kind of just overlap them, and it's fine. I have this Ofra single shadow, and then I also have some more Makeup Geek shadows. These are ColourPop shadows. This one is by Ofra as well. It's like Gold Rush, I think. It's really pretty. Yeah, it's Gold Rush. And then most of these are ColourPop shadows. I'm not going to go through all of these because I feel like it's going to be kind of boring. So that's pretty much like the overview of some of my single shadows that I have. I also have this Violet Voss eyeshadow palette. We also have another one. It's the Like a Boss palette, but I really like the Taupe Notch. It's just like a palette full of cool tones, and for me, I don't really reach for cool tones that much, but I really like these. They blend out really nicely, and if you like cool tones, I feel like it's a nice staple palette. And then I also have this BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. I've only used this like twice, but so far I really like it. It's a nice drugstore palette. The matte shades blended out pretty nicely, and I love like the row of shimmers, and I love my Aries color. I love blues. And I think it's really cute, really cool concept. And they also give you a like highlighter in the center, which is also nice. It's not, I wouldn't really use this as a highlighter, but it's pretty blinding, very intense. So when I first got this, I didn't think that these shimmer shades would be good because they're baked, but they're really intensely pigmented and really nice. Also from the drugstore, I have this Pacifica eyeshadow palette. I got this in Ipsy, so it's like a little mini palette. It's really cute. It's not like the best palette, but I find that drugstore palettes are really hard to find good ones, you know, so it's not too bad. I really like the packaging. I think it's really cute. And then I also have this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette in the shade Rosé in the Air. It's really similar to the Mon Renaissance palette by Anastasia, and I think it's pretty good. The formula is not as powdery as the Anastasia one, which I like. I didn't really like powdery shadows, but it's pretty good. I found that sometimes it can be a little bit hard to blend out, but it's not bad. It's a really nice drugstore palette. And then I also have these two Flower Beauty palettes. These ones are pretty good for a drugstore. They're not awful. They're not my favorite palettes to use like day to day, but they're not too bad. They're a powdery formula, but they're pretty pigmented. The shimmers are okay. Some of them, like this one, isn't like the greatest, but this one's okay. So I don't know. I really like these three shades, like a simple look. It's really pretty. And then I think that this one is a lot better. It's the Golden Natural palette. The shimmers in this one are a bit more intense, so I like this one better, but still like this shade and this shade aren't the greatest. This one is Warm Natural, by the way, which this is not warm. That don't make no sense. This is cool tones. But anyway. And then right here I have this Too Faced eyeshadow palette. It's the Natural Love palette. I think this palette is really pretty. It's a very like a luxe palette from Too Faced. I think it's nice. The colors aren't really my thing. They're very cool toned. I liked it when I first got it. I don't love it anymore. I don't know. I like this pink. It's kind of pretty. I like pink sometimes. And then from Morphe, I have the Kathleen Lights collaboration. I love this palette. I never use this in my videos because you can't get it anymore, but I think it's a really pretty palette. This was one of my first Morphe palettes, and it's a really good one. Just wish you could still get it. So that's why I try not to use it, because I try to like savor it because you can't get it anymore, but I love this palette. And then I also have the 35O. It's like their most popular orange palette. I love Morphe's formula. I love how cheap they are. Like $23 for a palette is amazing for this many shades. so I love Morphe. And then I also have their 25A palette. It's like a nice fall, all warm shades palette. And then I also have the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is amazing. Super pretty. The shimmers in this are amazing. The mattes blend out really nice, and it's also very affordable. It's like $38 for 35 shades, so it is a bit more expensive than these ones, but the formula is way better. And then I also have the Morphe 3502, which is this like crazy red warm, so this one's also really good. I think that this shade is amazingly beautiful. And then over here I have some Colored Rain palettes. I love their formula of the shadows. They're a bit more expensive, but I feel like it's kind of worth it because the shadows are so pretty. And this one is the Cheers to Beauty, and I feel like it's really good for the holidays. Like, these are really nice for Christmas, and this is really nice for Christmas as well. These are nice for Halloween. These are nice for like every day. This one's nice for the end of the year, the new year. And then you also get like this highlighter shade, which I don't really like. It's not very pigmented. Like, what is that? I don't know. I don't really like it that much, but this shade right here is amazing. And then I also have one of their smaller ones. It's the Lovelies palette. It's really cute. Nice like Valentine's Day palette, I feel. It's really nice and really pretty. And I also have my first one that I got from Colored Rain, which is the Queen of Hearts. This palette is amazing. I feel like I like this palette better than the Modern Renaissance palette. Like, 100 times better. I love the formula of these shadows. The mattes blend out perfectly, and the shimmers are really, really intensely binding. It's insane. I love their palettes. And then over here, I have the Tarte Tartelette palette in the Bloom. I don't really use this one much anymore, but I feel like it's a really nice beginner palette. It has your staple matte shades, which are really nice, and just gives like a nice variety of colors when you're first like starting out, I feel. Or for like a nice everyday palette, I feel like it's a really nice one for that. And also smells really good, like chocolate. And then I have the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie palette. This one is also a very nice, good staple palette to have. The shades are a bit more different, I feel. So it's not like super basic like this one, but it's still pretty basic as a Nudie Patootie palette. You know, it's nude, but I think the color's really pretty. I love this shade and this shade up here. They blend out really nicely. I feel like this shade is a little bit hard to work with. It's kind of chunky. And then over here I have ColourPop Galore. I love ColourPop palettes. They're very, very affordable, and I think they're really cute. They're very small palettes. They're the size of your hand. I have their Yes Please palette. I'm just going to kind of skim through these because I love ColourPop's formula. I think the formula is really nice, very affordable. Their formula doesn't change from palette to palette, so they're all really good across the board. So I'm just going to show you like the color range and the insides. I love this one because it's very warm, and oh dang it. And then I have the Kathleen Light's Dream Street palette. I've used the crap out of this one. I love it. I love this blue shade. I love blues in my eyes, and I love deep navy blues. And then I have the My Little Pony palette. This one is like a really fun summer or spring palette. And then I have the Give It To Me Straight, which is like a good fall palette. And then I have the I Think I Love You palette, which is a nice cool tone fall palette, I feel. It's like a warm tone. This is like a cool tone fall palette. This is like a winter palette, yeah. That's a winter palette. I have the Golden State of Mind, just like full of shimmers. These ones are kind of like pressed glitters, so they can be a bit hard to work with, but I think that once you have them like on your lid, they look really, really pretty. And then I have the Shayla Perception palette. It's really pretty. I love the shadows in this palette. I love this blue shade. So pretty. And then right here I have all of my Anastasia palettes. I have the Soft Glam. And then the Subculture, which I love the color scheme in this palette. And I think the formula isn't horrendous like people said it was. I feel like some palettes were good and some palettes were really bad. I feel like I got a good one. I think that the deeper shades can be a little bit hard to work with. Like these three right here are a bit difficult to work with. I did a makeup look using this one a really long time ago, and I put like glitter on the lid and had this in my crease, and it didn't look very blended. I didn't upload it. It didn't look good at all, but I feel like you have to use these shadows in a very specific way. You have to barely dip your brush in and just build them up really slowly. So if you don't really want to work for your shadows, then this palette isn't going to be good for you, but I feel like it's still a really good palette, and I love the colors. Like, I use it because I love the colors, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone said it was. At least mine isn't. And then the Soft Glam and the Modern Renaissance are a very similar formula to each other. They're very good. They're a bit powdery. Like, Anastasia shadows are very soft and very powdery, but they're very pigmented, so that kind of like balances out. But I really like this one. I like this one better than this one. This one used to be like my favorite palette, but I think I like this one a lot more. It's a bit more wearable, I feel, but yes. I'm not really into these like really red shades, but I think it looks really pretty. They're both really nice palettes. And then over here, I keep my like favorite palettes, or like palettes that I'm testing out in this little container. I have this little Morphe palette. It's the 12S. It's just full of shimmers in it. I like this yellow goldy shade. It's really pretty. They're not like super intense blinding shimmer shades, but they're pretty good, and I really like this palette. I think that these ones are really pretty, and I think it's like a nice overall shimmer palette. It's like cheap, really affordable, and pretty good. I like it. And then I also have the Alamar Cosmetics Reina de la Bella palette. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's a very nice summer palette. I absolutely love the shades. I'm actually wearing it to my eyes right now. This shimmer shade is like ridiculously pigmented. I love it. It's a very unique color, I feel. This one's really nice to highly brow bone with. It's just overall like a really nice palette. The mattes blend out really good. And I love the shade range in this palette. And I love the yellow packaging. I love yellow, so. And then I also have this Jouer Skinny Dip Ultra Foil Shimmer Shadow Palette. This is also pretty good. I don't think it's like the best eyeshadow shimmer formula. This one isn't like the most pigmented. Like, let me show you something. So this one is really, really good. Like, bam, that's amazing. And then you go over this one, and it's like a topper, I feel. Maybe I think they purposely did that, but it's very odd. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. This one is good. And this one's good. It's like a topper and like everyday looks. That way I don't really want a house one too intense and blinding, but I don't know. That one's a little bit weird, but I really like this palette. I think the packaging is really cute, really pretty. And right here I keep all my Juvia's Place palettes. Also going to skim through these ones really quickly because I think that these are absolutely amazing. I love Juvia's Place formula. I think that they're the best eyeshadow palettes in the world. And they're also very, very, very affordable. I think these are better than Morphe color-wise. Like, if you like color, you should get Juvia's Place because they are amazing. And they're not, like, crazy expensive for the quality, which I think is really nice. I hate when makeup is so expensive. It's, like, it's so annoying. But, I don't know. They're just so good. I love the packaging. I think it's really, really cute. I love Juvia's Place. And there's the Saharan 2. This one's also very, very pretty. I love this one. And then I have the Zulu palette. It's very colorful. I love the yellow in it. Very pretty. And then I have the Festival, which is really pretty as well. Love that mustard shade. Masquerade palette. And this one's the first one I got from Juvia's Place and I fell in love. They have like a Masquerade regular one and a Masquerade mini. And this is a Masquerade mini, so the shadows are a lot smaller. But I love it. It's amazing. The Deuce palette. It's really pretty. It's a bit more soft, but I love it. And then lastly, I have my Sephora Pro Editorial palette. This palette is one of my all-time favorites. It's very expensive for the Sephora brand. Like, normally their products aren't that expensive, but this is expensive. This is my most expensive palette that I own. It's amazing. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. This is what it looks like. It's very intense, very colorful, but I love it. I love the shades. I love this one. They're very intense colors. I think that these shimmers aren't the greatest, but I kind of like them. I'm wearing them today as well. And I think it's a very unique palette. And these shades up here, like, they're holographic shades. The closest thing you're going to get, probably. Like, I love this one, and I'm wearing this one today. They're just very pretty. I have so many swatches in my hands, you can't even tell. So, yes. That's pretty much all my shadows. Okay, so that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe and like it before you leave. And let me know down below what your favorite eyeshadow palettes are, and maybe I'll check them out if I haven't already. And yes, that concludes this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.